You plug in my tablet. There we go. It can help. I'm telling you, man. Oh, I'm like, I'm so stiff today. I found the dog. He was funny. He was hiding. He'd managed to tear a blanket apart and get in between the blanket, like in different. He's a mess of a man. I'll tell you what. He is a mess of a man. Okay, so we're going to get it going this morning. I say this morning, it's like all late and shit. Look how like dark my dark circles look today. Oh my God. Oh, I look so horrible. I apologize, y'all. I'm gonna try to fix that. So, okay, I'm going out tonight, so I'm gonna make sure that I got my shit together today. Cause I said I was like, oh, okay. Once again, one of those times I sat down and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna work for a little bit, and I got like sucked into it. And the next thing I know, I look and it's fucking 10 o'clock, and I'm like, what? So, but welcome through, y'all. Tap the screen for me, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. I must say that about 8 million times a day, but I truly, truly mean it. I really do enjoy it when you guys stop by to see me. I do. I 100% like no bullshit, no blah, blah, blah. I enjoy it. I'm happy for people even just to come by and see me. Like I expect nothing out of anybody. I'm like, whoa. Like I'm happy for people to come by. I'm Mom Steeler. What's happening? Good morning, guys. Welcome through. I know it's not technically morning anymore, but we're mourning the loss of our morning. Right? I don't know, something. So I'm going out to shoot pool tonight, and I hope I win. Oh, last week, okay. I get some of the worst like screenshots of me from my live streams because I make the stupidest faces ever. But so I won last Wednesday. And then I won Thursday. Does this mean that I'm better? And both the people were, hold on, let me turn my battles off. I hate doing battles, man. It's so weird. Like, I just don't like doing battles. It's nothing against anybody in particular. I go through like a thing, like once, twice, oh shit. Once, twice a month, whatever, where I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do some battle, yeah, yeah. And then I'm just like, like the rest of the month, I'm like, fuck it. Like, those few days in the month where I am doing battles remind me of why I don't like to do them the rest of the month. Yeah. Like I'm like, yeah, right, right. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like I said, it's definitely a different dynamic than say if you meet somebody in everyday life, they don't feel forced to talk to you for 5 minutes. But and I said there's a lot of people. I literally say this on here every day as like really watch other people's live streams, and I say I can 100% see where like people don't want to talk to you when they battle you. They don't want to talk to you. They're not trying to get to know you. They're trying to get to know your gifters. I always thought it was something people just did for like networking. Like, hey, you seem cool. I didn't even really get deeper into the psychology of why people did it. I thought it was a lot of people's just like content, like that's what they did. It was a thing. And I said, I do miss the days of streaming without the battles. 100%, I do. I miss the days of streaming when they didn't have the battles because you would really see who could hold a conversation and who could. Like you could really see, and it was very apparent very quickly. Good morning, guys. Welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. Thanks for even taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me. I feel like I thank people more than most people that get gifted crazy. Like I'm like, cool, just stop by. Like that's it. That's the only thing I've got ever hope for. You know what I mean? The best things in life are free. So things like I don't know, chatting, liking the live, following me, all that stuff's totally free. Reposting, like all that stuff's totally free. So, and I know that like the algorithm on the TikTok has been a little wonk. Like, I don't know. I said I've definitely seen a difference in the transfer over. That's what I was trying to say. I'm making up different words and shit here, but I definitely can feel it. And I said, I'm sure if I can feel it, I'm sure there's other people that can feel it. So I've been trying out like different sites lately just to kind of see, like, see what's out there, see what's good, see what, you know. And it's just funny because like you see some people that regardless of where they go, that's their content is literally asking for money. And they are shameless with it and they are blatant about it, and it just never ceases to amaze me. Like, like I said, I seen a woman on here yesterday who was pregnant with her fifth child. Right, she'd given all of her children have either been adopted and or gone with the dads. That's like every like all her kids. I'm just speaking about her scenario. I'm not speaking about anybody else. But she had opinions about people that went and got like on food stamps and like government assistance and whatnot. And but then she was on her live stream and she was like, guys, I'm gonna need like $20. Like she like it was just like what? Like why do these people feel so entitled to other people's money? She's like, well, I'm not gonna be able to keep this baby without you guys' help. And I'm like, what? Like that is to me that is such a crazy thing. Joe, what you doing, baby? There's such a crazy thing to put on supporters. Like, well, I'm not gonna keep this baby if you guys don't gift me. Like, what? What? But like I can't even imagine being like that. Like it's one thing to be like, I need help here and there, and then it's another thing to like I don't know. Like I said, I've been through a lot in my lifetime. I always try to keep in perspective that every bad time could have a worse time. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, it's not the internet's fault that you're pregnant with your fifth child. Like, it's not. It's not. Like, I mean, like I said, I went and I got a birth control device. I only had two. Like, I'm Moy. What's going on? But like, I only had two. And I went and I got a birth control device. I was like, fuck this. Like, it's way more expensive to pay for kids than it is to pay for a birth control device. I'm just throwing that out there. Way. But so she's just like baby. And then it seems like as her kids get older, she kind of filters them out. Like she'll either, I think she knows people like babies. Like they feel bad for young mothers more than anybody else. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us in this world that have been young mothers before and struggled and all that stuff. So like with this, like I said, with this particular chick, she like I went down the rabbit hole with her. Like Jesus Christ, I wasn't even trying to, but I'm just like sitting there flipping, and then once you're flipping, it shows up in your like your comment, like your feed more and all that shit. Like I was just like like totally like this chick, she's supposed to be giving birth like literally any day now, and like then she's like, oh, I went down to this place to do that, and I'm like, what? Like I don't understand why people support that. I'm just saying I don't understand why people support that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. But then again, I'm not everyone. You know what I mean? I can only speak from what I can like from my we are turning the battles off today. I'm already like just not in the mood to do battles. I've already gotten like 20 requests through. So if you guys keep hearing like, and oh my God, if you guys keep hearing like different voices, I apologize because it's been glitching and it's, oh my God. You guys hear this every single time. Turn off. Turn off. We're going to turn it off again. Co-host invitation. Oh. This, I'm telling you, man, it's been ridiculous lately. I've been turning my battle requests off. Like, if I wanted to, I could sit and do battles all day and it just wouldn't be like a thing. But, like, this has been driving me nuts lately. Like, I cannot get the battles to turn off. Like, I'll be, like, declining them. Like, it's not even anything against anybody. It's, yo, I've been literally getting, like, 30 fucking battle requests in a stream. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, normally you turn it off after like 10 minutes and it stays off. That's not how this is going. But then see, it's also glitching where it's not letting like you can't turn it off for like normally I'll give you the option of like turn it off for 10 minutes, and then after you turn it off for 10 minutes, if you turn it off again, it'll say, hey, do you want this? But then like I said, it's been glitching, so it's been kind of having some issues lately, but we love TikTok Shop, right? We do. All right, so I'm gonna get myself together. I said I'm going out tonight to shoot some pool. It's good. I love to go out and shoot pool. I really do. I look forward to these nights during the week. Like, 100% I do. Painting is cool. Practice portrait painting. Yeah, I was gonna say pizzas. I do portraits here and there too. Like, I do. Actually, it's more than I normally do. Let me put a follow on back on you. I appreciate that. I followed you back. No, but portraits are pretty much. I will do like the whimsical kind of stuff. Like I'll get into I keep telling myself I'm not going to do any more Medusas because, like, those things are a pain in the fucking ass. You know what I mean? Like, those things are a pain in the ass. You got to paint, highlight, low light, every fucking little scale. Like, they drive me nuts. I hate doing Medusas, but then I keep being like, oh, this would be like a great idea. It doesn't. I'm happy I went and I ended up going online and ordering more contact lenses, which I'm very happy for because there's nothing in this world that I possibly hate more than trying to shoot pool with my glasses on in summertime. I'm like going to like line up shots and shit. Yeah, I said pizzas. How long have you been painting? I haven't been painting for like a long period of time, but like I really like it. Like it just kind of I don't know. It's like when I play pool. Like you got a spot right when you shoot pool where it's you exhale and like it's like the world goes quiet. I know that's probably dramatic sounding to say, but that's what it is. Like that's what it is for me. Like there's that quiet spot where like nothing. That's kind of what happens when I paint. Is like when I focus in. I focus in. The problem with that is like I'll get up say 6 7 a.m. typically every morning, right? If I sit down to paint before I go live, then the next thing I know, I'm like, what the fuck? It's 10 o'clock. What the fuck? Like, so like I said, I've been doing intro classes online. I need to get back to it because like, listen, your girl's getting broke. We're gonna get back to it today. So and I have a mirror somewhere around here. But I do. I need to get back to it. Like I said, it helps keep me. I'm trying to say I practice here and there. Instructed by key methods to practice. Yeah, like I said, there's so many different ways to learn about stuff now. It's like, that's number one like comment I hear about classes is like people will say like and I get this comment every single time. People are like, I can't draw a stick figure. Nobody can. Nobody can. That's the whole point. Nobody can. Like, you know, like I hate it when people say that they can't do something anymore because it's like, no, you can. Like every bit of like information that you could ever possibly need now, like I'm all for coaches, you know? Yeah, tone and line drawing. Yeah, like it's you get your basis down and then you go, okay, I want to move over into portraits. Like portraits is normally like a scale up. I was gonna say landscapes. Those seem to be like the best ones for people to start with because it gives you it not like I said, if somebody's like, I've been painting for 20 years and okay, well what are you doing? It's like a landscape. I gotta admit, I'm kind of like a little like I know that there's a lot of landscape artists that have gotten like majorly. You're weak with really. That's interesting. I was gonna say you'd be like, holy shit, you'll probably be pumping out paintings like crazy if you were to switch from portraits to like landscapes. Now you'd be like, play. I ain't just beasting about like crazy. But I feel like landscapes are a good place to start because landscapes don't have to be perfect to be understood. You know what I mean? Like you can look at something and it's easier for me to break it down for people than anything else. Like just to be like, okay, and now what you're gonna do is take this and you're gonna make this and like people can normally get the idea of how to go about it from there. Oil painting's a totally different thing. Man, I like the look of oil painting, so at some point I went from acrylic to oil painting and then because I like the fact you could blend it better. It would blend it better. I paint better than I speak sometimes. But whatever. But so I like the fact that you could blend it better. It became more like sculpting rather than just like laying it on top of each other. But then like I had to at some point because I don't know anybody to ask these questions to, so I had to go on at some point and find out how you keep the fucking oil paint from coming off everywhere. That was the hardest part when I first started because I'm like I just assumed they left out, and maybe it took them like a little bit longer. And then once I figured out the method for it, I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? But like, there literally are still Renaissance era paintings that are still wet to this day. Like, fuck that. Put a top coat on the bitch and call it a day. You know what I mean? Hello, Mike. Battles. Okay, the battles, man. Like, I said, and I hate the fact that you guys probably have to hear like 20 voices. I said TikTok's like artists are great. Hey, we definitely keep it interesting, right? Problem is with being an artist, I'll see shit in places I'm not even to look. Like somebody could take a poop in a toilet and I'd come in and be like, hmm. Not that I want to look, but I'm just saying, like you'd be like, oh, kind of looks like that one country. Like I mean, of course you're gonna flush it, but you know what I mean. Like it's just I feel like it's an artist thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like figure out what my dog's poop looks like when I go to pick it up, but it just pops in there. It just happens. I'm like, wow, this one's shaped like a continent. Yeah, it looks like Asia. Hmm. You know, but then I pick it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna stand around all day just like gazing at it, but like those little random thoughts will pop in. Like that's be prepared to be an artist because that's what I mean. How you doing? I'm doing good, Mike. How are you? And I said, guys, we're dual streaming, so if you hear me talking to somebody and they're not in your chat, I promise you it's just the other chat. I am like, oh, like I need. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. That's probably why I'm running a little behind. I didn't even think to do it. I didn't have my coffee this morning. I need coffee today, man. Do you have a gallery? Yeah, I was gonna say if you want, you can go. I don't have a gallery, but I do have. I have. They're weird about where I say it at. Hold on, my shop normally it's edgeoftheeasel.com. Yeah, so I have a lot of my stuff. A lot of my newer stuff I don't have as much. Find paintings. They told me to rent a gallery. Yeah, like I'm like I got a studio, which I'm grateful for because I don't know how people do this shit without, you know what I mean, like without it. But yeah, I have like I've been doing the like I don't know, I don't even know how to like go about selling like paintings anymore. Like I sell reproductions. See, it makes more sense. Yeah, like I'm like, I'll just work out of my house. Like, you know what I mean? Like I, I feel like so much of it's done. Like I would sell some if somebody really, but like it's hard for me to part with the originals because I know once I kind of part with it, the ability to reproduce it and put it on shit kind of goes away. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put shit on shit. Like if I had a job to say, that's what I would say is like I put shit on shit for other people. Like you know, whatever. And then I like to go out. Like I've done some really great events via art. Like I love art events, and so I've got to do things like I found an event the one time. Like I always look for the really weird ones, like the really weird events. Like if I'm gonna go set up shop somewhere, it's gonna be like I'm making sound business sense, but I'm going where something has like a niche market. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see, I can't, man. They're big days. And when you go and you do events, you got to get up like the ass crack. Like I said, I'm going through cancer treatment right now. So I've taken like, I don't like to do summertime anyway, but I'll do fall, summer, spring, not summer, fall, winter, spring is what I meant to say. You know, like those ones I don't mind. I am not sitting my ass outside in like fucking 100-degree weather in Delaware to like make like $80 for it. I'm not doing it. Like I'm not doing it. I'll keep my happy ass at home. And then you always run the risk of it if like what if I pay more for it than I get back? And that's a risk. Like that's it happens. So it's like I try to be wiser. Like, hey, I can't do events in Delaware. You do an event in Delaware and ain't nobody coming out. Like that's just how it's kind of gotten anymore. It's like, oh, thank you, Mike. How are you today, baby? You hanging in there, Mike? But like Delaware is not a big place where people go out looking for events. I used to do shows in Delaware for like a long, long time. I did shows in Delaware, but those were not art based. Some of them were, but they were my shows that I put together, and I knew people would be there, and you know what I mean. Like now, I'm like, I wouldn't even know who to invite out this shit anymore. Like, I wouldn't even know. The one month I said, I can remember, I think the highest, because they would send you, they didn't charge you per text at this time, but they would send you like a summary of how many like text messages you had come in and go out. That one month alone, like I do everything like email now. Like I don't give my number out to people. Like yeah, and like I will, but like it's just like anything I would rather have like a recording of it or I like a reference where I can look back and look at an email versus going like, oh well they said this on this that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I prefer email. Like, I don't, I'm sure, I'm like, but so I said, drop shipping's a great, 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 like, great thing for artists to have because you can sell it as many times as you want to, and then you still have your original. At least that's what I like. I need it. I'm really, really behind today. Watch when I get off here. The first thing I'm gonna do is get my 2 cups of coffee in me because I'm like I'm running low on E today. So I ended up, I baked for a bit last night. I came on here last night. I did my LED show. If you guys have never seen LEDs, I absolutely love them. You can check on, I have some stuff on my Instagrams. That's been like my new kind of hobby. Like, raw coffee, right? Pizzas. I'm like all about it. I'm shocked I forgot today. No, I love like learning new stuff. That's one of my favorite things to do. You know how they say jack of all trades, master of none? Like that's kind of that's my thing. I'm not like exceptional at one great thing. I'm like mediocre at a whole bunch of stuff. No, like I don't know. I love to like learn how to do stuff. Thank you. Let's see, Richard. There we go. Richard Locke. I am putting a yeah, a fan. I gotta get used to saying that. But so you sculpt neon lights? No, I do fan twirling. So I do like flow art type stuff. So it's I said I really want to get like the big heavy duty. Oh god, I would love that. The ones that change like shapes while you do it. Like they're so neat. And I said, if you guys want to check out and see what it is, you're more than welcome. I have it, I'm sure, on like my major ones like YouTube and TikTok, like stuff like that. So I do Tuesday night LED shows, and I've been, like I said, I'm not the best at it. I'm still learning. You know, I go out Wednesday and I shoot pool. I'm not the best at it. I'm still learning. I go out Thursday night and I shoot pool. I'm not the best at it. I'm still learning. Like, you can't compare yourself to people. Like, I could very easily go, oh, well, this guy's a better, pool shooter than I am. I don't want to do this because I'm not as good as them. But if that motherfucker's been doing it since like 1982, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, I practice 8 hours a day since 1982. Guess what? That motherfucker's going to be better than most everybody there. I can tell you that. Most everybody there. So even just practicing a couple of hours a week, like to get yourself started out, is always like a good idea. I do. I get lost though, pizza. Like I'll start doing it and then I get really, really into it. And I'm like, and then the next thing I know, the hours have flown by, and I'm like, "Fuck! I haven't talked to anybody else except for myself and my dog." But so, like, I love, like I said, I've been really into pool playing. It's been like my one of my big things, that and like the fans within the last year. And I said I feel like a lot of it, like I feel like I'm shooting better since I got diagnosed with cancer because I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. Like I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. So it's like I don't know. I feel like somehow even that's like making me kind of better. But you know what? I just started playing with it in like the last few years or so. It's not even been like that long of a time. Hi Parker, what's happening? It's not even been that long of a period of time. So like I can't measure myself up to people that like you realize like okay, I'm like a skill level 2, right? Maybe at some point I'll go up. Hi Electra, how are you? Maybe at some point I'll go up to a 3, which is like normal range. But like these motherfuckers been playing for like 15 years. The one dude I was shooting a league with, he was a 9. A 9. I was like, so you're like the Mewtwo of this sport, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a fucking 9. Dude, been playing for 30 years. Like, I'm pretty sure that he could beat most people anywhere he goes. But I said, with my pool playing too, I would like to get to the point where I go, like, semi-pro with it. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Like, I'll get up one day and I'm like, you know what? I want to learn how to do this and I'm going to do it. Like fear has never really been an issue for me. Like I think that a lot of people limit themselves based on fear. And the truth is, like you're only. I say that with a lot of guys that play pool. Like you'll have these guys that are great players, but the thing is, they're not competing against another person. They're competing with themselves. So you can see, like the thought process where like I'm there to play against other people just to get better. They're oh thank you pizzas. I appreciate you, baby. But so what does this thing do, huh? I don't know what that thing does, but it did something. Did it, oh, what was that? Thanks, pizzas. But like I said, they're their own. When you get to that level, your brain is your own worst critic. Like straight up. Like when you can beat everybody in there, so I'll see these guys that are like amazing players, right? And they go up against another person, and then they can beat the other person, but they get really into here. They're not playing against that other person. They're playing against Karen. Oh, I don't know who Karen is, but okay. But like I see a lot of people that will play against themselves, if that makes sense. So like if they plan on doing something in one specific way, then they're competing against themselves. Like they if they don't do it that specific way that they practice, then they're gonna get pissed. Then they shoot off. Then they it's like a spiral. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting. I like to watch people play. You know what I mean? Like I do. I like to watch people play. I enjoy playing. Like I said, I just like learning how to do new stuff. I know that's probably really, really dumb to say. And I'm sure that like if I was like 15, I'd be like, "Oh, that's so nerdy to say." But like I do. I love going to somewhere I've never been before. I love trying something new. I love like I do. And I said, would be great on anything, my friend. I mean, eventually, right? Like anybody can be good at anything. Like playing pool is cool. I like it. Like I said, there's not really a ton of places around me where you can play anymore, but I go where I can. But like every bar in like my area is like one of those fucking ones where it's like just wood paneling on the walls, and you're like you're happy if like all the tile in the ceiling doesn't have like wet spots in it. Like, you're like, yes. Like, I mean, so you have to go sometimes to some of the bigger places to go play anymore. It used to be such a thing when I was younger, like people playing pool. I started shooting when I was like maybe 16, right? But it was just like I was just kind of like there with my friends. I didn't even really, and I always thought, well, this would be fun to kind of get into. Like there used to be a lot of them around me. Now there's like hardly any. But so I ended up, like I said, I didn't start shooting again. I literally before maybe 2 years ago, I hadn't shot since I was like 19 years old. Am I fantastic at it? No, no. But I've met a lot of great people through doing it. I've had a lot of fun through doing it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do Wednesday night team, Thursday night team. I absolutely adore the people that are on my teams. Like I absolutely adore these people that I'm on the teams with. I think that they're wonderful. I'll go out on Saturday, and I said I like Saturday because I can practice with other people. Like I can get, it's a hi, it's a how are you, baby? Man, TikTok has been having fucking issues lately. I don't want it to hear me, so I'm not gonna say it too loud. But yeah, it's been having issues lately, man. Like I could literally come on in the morning and just accept my battle requests and just have like a whole day filled. Like literally, I was on here last night. I was trying to do my LED spinning, and as I'm on there, like I'm getting like battle requests galore. Like I must have gotten 50 battle requests in like the hour and a half I was live. Like I mean, but it's having issues like to where you can't turn it off lately. So it's been like a little bit of a pain. So, and then I feel like when it glitches, people just kind of stay off. Most of the time, the ones that I do the most are YouTube and TikTok. I will kind of jump around a little bit too. You know what I mean? Just to see what's kind of out there. I got one that like I'll open up just because it gives like bonus gems. So just for having it open, I don't really look at it. I'll be if for being real. I don't really look at it like that. But like I do it more. Like I'll admit it because it just gives me bonus gems, and then eventually I can get to a cash out just based off of bonus gems. But even that's not like costing. Like if anything, that's great because then I don't have to like I'm not expecting my supporters to earn me anything. I'm simply going live just to go live. So, all right, guys, we're going to get this day going. Man, Mike, I'm so pissed. I forgot my coffee, y'all. I forgot my coffee, y'all. Like, that's stupid. That's stupid. Like, publishing a magazine back in the day, did you? See, I wish I could remember, like, back in the day, like, I give it the credit to people that were really in photography back in the day. Originally, they used to have to take, and this is like a throwback, it's the most important thing of the day, right? Coffee is wonderful. I haven't had my coffee this morning, which is probably why I'm, like, dragging ass like crazy. But, so they ended up, like I said, once upon a time, thank you, I'm going to become a fan back. Once upon a time, now pizzas, I don't know, how old are you, honey? So I was going to say, that might depend on the answer of whether or not you remember this or not. Yay, I love it when people, 41. Okay, so you might remember, like back in like the early 80s, this, Sandra, good morning, honey. Like they would literally back in the 80s, you had to go and drop off your film. You would take pictures, right? It would have the roll of film, right? It would have the roll of film. You could find these little spots like everywhere where they were Kodaks. Most of them were Kodaks. And you would go and you would drop them back off. Aries, good morning, honey. What's going on? And then in a few days, you would go and pick that shit back up. So back then, you didn't even know whether you had taken a good picture or not. Good? Yeah, how's work been going? Like, you didn't even know if you'd taken a good picture. Oh, work at 3. Yeah, I'm going up to shoot tonight. I'm like, it's going to be an exciting day. I'm trying to get back to work, Aries. Like, I'm like, I need to work. Blockbuster was a place. That's what I'm saying. Like, there was Blockbuster. Like, Blockbuster in Delaware was, like, massive. Because, like, hey, there ain't shit else to do. So that dinner, like, okay, let's drop the film off at Kodak, and then we'll head all over to Blockbuster, and then work 3 days straight. Well, that's not too bad, right? Then you have a few days rest. Like, man, I used to work a lot. When I was at the store, I worked a lot. Even before that, I worked a lot. But then, like, that could be like a full night of entertainment right there. Taking your fucking shit to Kodak, dropping off, and then so you would go on vacation, take pictures, and it would like it was like Christmas almost. Like you'd get your pictures back, half of them would be fucked up. Like we'll be real, half of them were fucked up as crazy, right? Like they were fucked up like crazy. It'd be like a red blip over in the corner. It would be like not, we'll say, I don't want to say 90%. We'll say maybe 70% of the film actually worked. Yeah, and Polaroids, man. And even I'm talking even before the Polaroids. We're talking even before, because Polaroids were considered like new wave stuff. Like I remember when they came out and people were like, you can have the picture right then. Like totally baffled by this thought. Yanked me off the steps. Oh man, was it a big drop? He's almost done that to me a couple times. I'm like a little. I would prefer he not like pull me off the steps. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you would get most of your pictures back. Most of them wouldn't work. You'd be like, oh shit, I forgot I even took that picture. It was kind of like Christmas, just of like the picture world. And then you would have some people that got really into it. But even then, there was only so much you can do. I'll send you 1,000 if you smoke crack. Oh no, I'd have to figure out where to get it first. Catface, and I don't even want to do all that. Like I'm good on all that. It'll probably end up costing me more than that for habit, right? Like I would assume. Gave you the pearl tip and 500 likes, but thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know how to say your name, Bjorn. Did I say that right? Did I fuck it up? Did I fuck it up? Fuck it up. But so guys, like I said, we're dual streaming today. Welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. But so yeah, you would go and you would drop off your shit at Kodak. Then you would go and drop your shit off at you go to Blockbuster, and that was like a full night of entertainment. You get 2 movies, in case you guys were up late. But most of the time, it was like just one movie. I don't know, maybe my parents were cheap or something. But like, you get like one movie, but then you're like, well, I can watch one tomorrow. right? Like this was a big thing. You'd walk around for hours. You want to get this one? No. Like, oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate the wood part of the garden bed. Oh, did you? Are you okay? Like I said, mine's like cement. So like I definitely don't want this little motherfucker to pull me up the step. Mine is straight down to cement. But so yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like that would be like a full night of entertainment. You'd be like, yeah, I had like a busy Friday night. Oh, what'd you do on Friday when you went back to work? Oh, I had to go drop off my coda, and then people would literally sit there and make scrapbooks of their vacations and shit, and then you'd go over to people's houses and they would tell you about their vacation, and you have to sit and look at all their pictures. I guarantee you 60% of the role was like, yeah, this one didn't turn out. This one didn't turn out. But then you wanted, I don't know. My mom always kept like all of them, even if they didn't turn out. I don't know. She was hopeful that maybe like it's like a seed you planted it at some point it develops. I don't know. Off 3 steps. Yeah, I was gonna say he's. I got 4 concrete steps to get down. So I'm like, I gotta make sure I got him wrapped around my arm like before I even attempt to open that door. I made that mistake like I think the first day I had him, and he gets so going so quick. Like Bugsy was quick. This one's quicker because he's younger, and this one is definitely quicker. But so like that was the thing like back in the day. I've told this little like anecdote too, which it sounds horrific now, but that back then was not so bad, right? Like back in the day, people would 100%. Maybe this was my area, maybe, I don't know. But back in the day, you didn't worry about stuff like predators. Like, I don't mean like mountain lions, I mean like child predators. Like, people would literally go into the grocery store, and I can remember many a time sitting out in the car for like 2 hours. There was no air conditioning, there was no nothing. If you got too hot, like, damn, she's hurt. Who, me? Oh, okay. You mean I'm hurting looking? I mean, I'll accept that. It'll just get better as the makeup goes on more and more. You know what I mean? Got to get those optical illusions happening. But like that's what I'm saying. Like people would leave their kids in the car, like while they went in, and it was easier to leave your kids in the car than it was to go grocery shopping with them. So if your kid needed to like say go to the bathroom, like they would have to get up and find their way into the store and go to. I can remember being like 3, 4 years old, and my mom like leaving the windows open. And this is also before air conditioning. Like it was also before air conditioning. Thankfully, I haven't had to live too much of my life without air conditioning because I would be about a grumpy bitch. Just saying, I hate summertime. When people are like, I love summertime, I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a goth with melanoma right now. Summertime is not my friend. You know what I'm saying? Blockbuster now. Really? Do they still have Blockbuster in Nebraska? They don't have them here anymore. They had one, I think, up until like 10 years ago, and it was like the only one left. But like that could be that seriously, that was a full night of activities. Just going to Blockbuster and you'd go and you walk around and pick out the movie and then you get home and you'd get through it and then you know what I mean? Like maybe you'd watch a second one. Like maybe it was the equivalent for some people of like Netflix and chill. Like you want to get a Blockbuster, like you knew you were getting it in if you took a chick to like dinner in Blockbuster. Just saying. Just playing. Like maybe it was the same. Now people they pay for Netflix anyway. He ain't even spend anything on your ass now when he asks you to come like Netflix and chill. But yeah, this was like I said, this was like a very very hi. What's going on? How are you, Daryl? Good morning. Well, good almost afternoon. Like I said, I still need my coffee in me. But yeah, this was like a normal like Friday night. Bowling was also very big back in the day. I hated bowling. I loved hanging out with my friends. I loved hanging out with my friends. But like bowling was like massive. Bowling, roller skating, all the things I can think of in my area that I'm like going through all throwbacks now. Like, you know, my favorite Nintendo game was Blockbuster Mike. Yeah, I'm talking even before that. We're talking about before there was like there were no video games back in the day. That was not a thing. There was if you were a kid and you had your own TV, like and you were like the luckiest like person in the world. Like the TVs, they used to come and be like fucking half the living room. There was a reason you need a living room because it took up half the goddamn TV. I can remember standing there, and then like they had, then they started doing like the pay-per-view shit, right? Like that kind of came out next. Eric, good morning, honey. How are you? But like then it started to kind of do like the pay-per-view shit, and then I can remember they had the Spice Channel, right? And I keep turning off my damn battles, man. They're driving me insane. But I can remember, and like you'd see like a boob float by every great once in a while, but for the most part, like it was just like, but you had to pay to have access to this, and then like guys would get in trouble because their wife would find out they had added that to their, and I'm like, the way we did things, like looking back now, remembering sitting there making up scrapbooks with my mom, like I get it. You're making memories. You go on vacation. You're making a scrapbook of your vacation, and then you show all your friends when they come over, like the scrapbook of your vacation. And but like I don't like miss that. Like now the thing is, this is what got me started. Is now that like everybody's got a camera in their hands that is ready to develop and be edited and everything like right a second. Now every fucking asshole that's got like a camera phone thinks he's a photographer. Like once again, like when it was like Kodak days, you had to like cut film, put it together, da 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 da. Like there was no like just, you would literally physically have to take the film and put it. That's how they used to do all the Disney movies. It wasn't like it was like AI or computer or nothing like that. They would literally take pictures. They would literally take pictures, and you'd have to go from 1 millisecond to the next millisecond to the next millisecond. And I'm like, I couldn't do that. Just sit there and do the same picture every day, all day. Like that's great. You want to go work for Disney and be an animator, cool. But like I couldn't sit there and just paint the same thing every single day. They were like, it's the moving pictures. We used to go roller skating. I used to love going roller skating when I was younger. Like I said, in Delaware, there were only so many places. I think one thing remains true to this day in Delaware is that 90% of the time when you find like people that are younger, like under, say, 20, like they're going to be at the mall. They're going to be there with their friends. And it's, now that I'm in like my 40s, I find it very annoying. Like I don't really go to that mall that much, but like when I come across people that were in their teenage, like are in their teenage years, I kind of like remember like things I did back in the day where I'm like, wow, that was probably really annoying. That was probably really, really annoying. Okay, so see, we are getting this done. We're making eyebrows happen. I'm telling you, that's why I feel so listless today. I didn't even think about it until I got on here, and then I was like, wait, coffee? What? What happened to who? All right, so let's say, okay, okay. Guys, give me like 10 minutes. I'm going to run him out real quick, and then I'll be right back on. We're going to finish up today. I am going to go brew myself some coffee because I need some. I don't feel like, can I ask a question? Sure, what's up? I don't see what your name is, but, oh, what is it? Realism. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to run him out because he's been out just a little bit. His little paw looks red. I hope he's not getting, like, raw underneath of it for any reason. No, but I'm going to run him out. I'm going to go brew a couple cups of coffee. I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to have a big, huge cup. It's going to be, are you a mother? Why? But, like, it's going to be like a, wow, scary, don't look, hair weave nation. It's easier. It's cool. Or are you saying wow scary to coffee? Coffee's delicious. Coffee's delicious. I actually know this goal. Cool. Nice to see you again then. Alright guys, I will be back. Let me I will, like I said, give me like 10 minutes. I feel like non-functional this morning. I'm gonna get my shit together today and be 100% for y'all. I promise. I'll be back in a few.